What?
Let's be honest. If you think being good is enough to survive in this world, you've already lost. You weren't raised to succeed. You were raised to be liked. And the worst part? Deep down, you know it. How many times have you done the right thing and watched someone else take the credit? How many times have you stayed quiet to avoid conflict, only to be disrespected for your silence? How many times have you given and given and given, just to be forgotten? You were told that being kind would protect you, that if you showed up with heart, the world would show up for you. But the world didn't, and it still won't. You've apologized for things you didn't do. You've lowered your standards just to be accepted. You've played nice while others played dirty. And what did you get for it? Respect? No. What you got was silence. Or worse, you got used. And now you wonder why the loudest liars rise, why the cruelest leaders are followed, why people smile in your face and step on your back. You wonder why the good never win. And that's where the truth begins. Because this world isn't designed to reward you for being good. It's designed to reward you for being strategic. This is where Machiavelli enters the conversation. Not as a villain, not as a cynic, but as someone who saw the truth centuries before you did. He watched leaders fall while pretending to be noble. He watched cowards rise by pretending to be strong. And he realized something most people still refuse to admit. Morality alone is not a survival strategy. In The Prince, he wrote, "A man who wishes to be good at all times will come to ruin among so many who are not good." Let that sink in, not because it's comfortable, but because it's true. You're not being punished for being bad. You're being punished for assuming others are good. He didn't tell you to become a monster. He told you to stop being a target. "It is better to be feared than loved," he wrote, "if you cannot be both." And ask yourself this honestly. What have you chosen? You were taught that doing the right thing would bring the right outcome. That if you were kind, people would return the kindness. That if you were honest, people would reward you for it. But the truth? They won't. Because most people don't care about what you are. They care about what they can get from you. The illusion of virtue is that it protects you. But real virtue, without awareness, becomes a weapon used against you. They don't respect you because you're good. They use you because you're predictable. They know you'll forgive. They know you'll stay quiet. They know you'll play fair, even when they don't. That's not goodness. That's weakness dressed up in moral language. And Machiavelli saw it for what it was. He didn't tell you to stop being good. He told you to stop being defenseless. He understood the game, that behind every smile is a calculation, behind every virtue, a performance, and that people will always choose the appearance of goodness over the substance of it, because perception is power. And that illusion you've been living in, the one where the best person wins, that illusion is killing you. In this world, it's not enough to be good. It's not enough to be smart. It's not even enough to be powerful. You must appear to be, because perception will always be stronger than reality. Think about it. How many incompetent people rise to the top? How many manipulators are seen as leaders? How many cowards are seen as confident just because they know how to perform? And how many intelligent, capable, kind people stay invisible because they don't know how to craft what others see? People don't follow truth. They follow what looks like power. They don't respect honesty. They respect what feels like control. That's the game. And you were never taught how to play it. But Machiavelli, he understood it perfectly. It is not necessary to have all the good qualities, he said. It is necessary to appear to have them. You don't need to be a master of everything. You need to master the illusion, the projection, the shape you take when the world is watching. Because people won't see your depth. They'll see your outline. So shape it, control it, own it, or someone else will shape it for you, and they'll do it to keep you small. The truth is simple. If you don't learn how to manage how you're perceived, you'll spend your life being misunderstood, underestimated, and ignored. Not because you weren't enough, but because you looked like someone who wasn't. You've been taught to speak your mind, to be transparent, to be honest. But here's the truth. Every word you give away is power you've lost. Because the more you reveal, the easier it is to control you. And the people who win are the ones who know how to say nothing, while meaning everything. Machiavelli said, "A prince must learn how not to be good, and use that knowledge when necessary." But he also knew something else. That power lies in what you withhold, in what people don't know about you. Because mystery is magnetic, and predictability, that's how you become a puppet. The more you explain yourself, the more you justify, the more you react, the weaker you become. Strategic silence isn't avoidance, it's control. When you speak less, you force the world to listen more. When you stop oversharing, people begin to wonder. And wondering is where attention lives. You think silence makes you invisible, but used correctly, silence makes you unforgettable. So, say less, mean more, and remember, in a world where everyone's talking, the quiet one always feels like they know something you don't, and that is power. The moment they control your emotions, they control you. And the truth is, you've been giving that control away for free. Every time you react out of anger, every time you explain yourself out of fear, every time you let someone trigger you, you give them the upper hand. And Machiavelli, he understood that emotional control isn't just maturity, it's survival. A prudent man, he wrote, must act with calculation. You can feel everything, but show nothing. Because power doesn't shout, it whispers. And the calmest one in the room is almost always the most dangerous. That's not stoicism, that's strategy. When you stay calm, you make others uncertain. When you stay calm, you force others to reveal themselves first. And when you stay calm, you can see the game, while everyone else is busy reacting to it. The person who cannot be provoked, cannot be manipulated. So the next time they try to pull you off center, smile, breathe, watch. Because the second you master your emotions, you stop being a player and start becoming the one who moves the pieces. If you're always available, you become invisible. If you give too much, you become disposable. The world doesn't value what it sees too often. It values what it has to wait for. And that's why power isn't just in presence, it's in strategic absence. You've been taught to always show up, to always say yes, to always be there for everyone. And look where that got you. Taken for granted, overlooked, depleted. Machiavelli warned that a ruler who is too accessible loses authority, because familiarity breeds contempt. When you're always there, people stop noticing you. When you're always giving, people stop appreciating. But when you pull back, when you become scarce, people pay attention. Your absence becomes louder than your presence ever was. And suddenly the same people who ignored you start wondering where you went. The same people who expected you to always be there start questioning their assumptions. This is not cruelty. This is correction. Strategic distance isn't about disappearing. It's about choosing when to appear. Because when you stop giving yourself away to everyone, you become someone no one can ignore. If you do what everyone else does, you'll end up where everyone else ends up. Invisible, replaceable, controlled. That's the system. And it's not broken. It's working exactly as designed. You were never taught how to win. You were taught how to obey, to fit in, to be liked, to follow the rules without asking who wrote them. But if you want to rise above this game, you must become the exception, the anomaly, the one who doesn't move like the rest, who breaks patterns, who bends perception, who rewrites the script in real time, not for the sake of chaos, but for the sake of freedom. Because the moment they can predict you, they can control you. But when you become unreadable, when your next move is unknown, you become dangerous. And in a world that feeds on predictability, the one who is unreadable becomes unforgettable. So stop waiting for permission. Stop apologizing for not fitting the mold. The mold was never made for you. It was made to keep you small. Break it. Burn it. Walk away from it. Because power is not given to those who follow. It's taken by those who choose to move differently. If you've made it this far, you already feel it. Something inside you shifted. You're not seeing the world the same. You're not seeing yourself the same. And now comes the part that separates those who watch from those who wake up. You can go back to apologizing, back to trying to be liked, back to shrinking yourself so others can feel comfortable. Or you can start playing the real game. You can start moving in silence, speaking with precision, disappearing by choice, not to be cruel, but to become undeniable. The world won't change for you. Change how you move through it. And when you do, everything around you begins to shift. So here's your final challenge. Leave this in the comments. Kindness without strategy is self-destruction. Not for likes, not for clout, but to mark this moment. So I know who made it through the fire. And if this spoke to something deep inside you, subscribe. Not because you're a fan, but because you're done being the victim of the game. Perception is stronger than reality. Your perception is your reality. And your reality was designed by your own self.